What I'd like to show you is the window method, which is what 90% of us use. And what we'll do is we mark this shape, take the first one. So these shapes are designed to give you an idea of what happens. Now, some people put tape on it, some don't bother. I usually do. It helps, gives me the exact groove as well. I can see that in the different light, and also it just strengthens everything. This is a bit of bird's eye maple, and they all vary in strength. This is quite a hard piece of wood, so it's silly to try and cut it in one go because you won't. But as the bit in the middle is waste, I can come in at an angle if I want to, and always try and keep the blade upright. And if I come to some little corner there, I can always stab it on, and when I go around I can stab it. And if you notice, I always pull the knife towards me. I move the wood,
because pretty much your cutting head is stayed exactly where it is.
Yep, that's right.
The whole process.
Yep. There. Now I can go back on that line until I've got the shape out. And sometimes it's a very awkward shape, like, you know, it's got a lot of points on it. You can cut across them and then go into them afterwards. And what I mean by that is, see this shape here, if I haven't quite got it right, like there, I can still go around and trim it up if you like that. So now that's my window. Now I'll pick a piece of wood that I'd like to use, and obviously if you're doing a picture, it can have a influence. There's a little bit. I'll take another little bit out of there. Keep that really nice and tidy. Now I can put that there, and this grain is going straight up the middle, or I can turn it round like that. Depends what I want to do with it.
Doing the way you're doing it, I can see through that, and I put these so I can align that.
Yeah,
now that's going
absolutely.
There,
yeah.
So that enables me to see that, doesn't it?
That's right.
So you can, depending on.
And also if you put it that way, you would see that this bit at the top would be quite weak. This way, sometimes here it would be weak because it's just near the edge of the grain. Let's put it where you suggested, which is there, so you've got a little pattern there.
It looks nice.
So I'm going to tape it down because we want that part of this piece of wood precisely, so I don't want it to move while I'm cutting it. So now, keeping it upright, run it along the edge of what you cut. Again, moving the wood around and keeping your hand and blade in approximately the same place. It's just easier. Not only that, I find if you jump around, if you sort of go, oh, I'll do that piece, then you sometimes forget that you haven't cut around a bit.
Yeah.
Again here, I shall cut.
So you're using sellotape to show us this. There's veneer tape as well. You don't use veneer tape?
Yeah, I do use veneer tape, but veneer tape you tend to put on the back to hold the wood hold the wood together on the back. Traditionally they used to put veneer tape on the part they're cutting, which is the front. So if there's veneer tape on here, then they would, the back would actually be the bit they use, and then they take the tape, so this bit would be glued on, and then take the tape off the front. Because sometimes some people prefer to work back to front, as it were.
Yeah.
But if you keep the blade upright, you shouldn't really have that problem. So there. That's not bad. It's not perfect. It's not bad. So that's a very, very basic window method. I mean, you can do some very, very complicated things, and what I shall do, this is not quite perfect. You see what I meant about the little bit there? It's broken there. And there. So what I can do is find that piece. It's basically that little piece there. It doesn't take you long actually to realise what you can get away with and what you can't. So there's a little piece in there, and I can slide a piece in, look. And as long as I take that from an area near this, it will never show up. So there you are, it's filled it in properly.
Yeah, it's disappeared completely, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay, so I think what you do is you'll go away with a few bits of wood
And practice.
and come back next week, have a go at some of them, and then we'll decide what your project will be.
Lovely. Thank you.
Okay.